we are back on the stream. So let me double check, make sure things are running, and I got things muted. There we go. All right, looks good. We are live. Having some issues with the webcam. Hopefully they're good enough quality for you to enjoy today's stream. Recently, I've been posting some Mario Kart clips on my YouTube page. All right, we're off to a great start. Loading screen here. I posted a series of 3-star runs on the first 12 cups on my YouTube page, just the raw footage. And I figured this time around for the booster course pass, I might as well live stream it. And you can see how the sausage is made. The first time around, I got some of the cups on the first shot. There were a few that gave me problems. Last lap of the last course, you know, stuff like that. So I figured that might be a little more entertaining than just watching me be in first place the whole time. So what I've also been doing is been trying to do every cup with a different driver, just to switch things up. And I have a handy list of who I've used already. And I believe Shy Guy is still available. All right. Oh, sorry, I gotta reply to a text here. All right. So I've not used Shy Guy yet for any of the tracks. So I'm going to go with him. I picked this vehicle a little bit earlier. I try and have my stats kind of even all around. You want to have good speed and acceleration. If you get hit by something, you want to be able to accelerate again. But you also want to have that speed to get ahead of people. You need to get some distance for when those blue shells come late in the race. All right, so let's go. So I do have this one 3 stars already. I guess I played it. The rest of them I do not, as you can see. I kind of got away from playing Mario Kart for a while. Been playing the same game since the Wii U, and after a while it starts getting a little repetitive. I did like that they've added a lot of new tracks. They have added new drivers. These ones I'm not super familiar with, so maybe they'll be a little more challenging than the first 12 cups. I never played Mario Kart Tour from mobile. I've played pretty much every version of Mario Kart, so these ones are a little different, and I look forward to getting to know them. Let's see if I can get a hot start here. Brutal. Pressure's on. Usually I get that boost off the start. Anyways, let's see if we can get that back here. I'm not super familiar with this course. But yeah, as I was saying, I haven't really touched my Switch a lot the past couple of years. I played the heck out of this game, and just with the recent announcement of Mario Kart World, Switch 2 coming out, it's got my excitement for the series back up. I was able to pre-order Switch 2. I'm hoping I can get it. Nope, didn't time that one right. Hoping I can get it the night of, so I can start streaming Mario Kart World the next day. And I figured in the meantime, we might as well revisit some of the classics, accomplish some things I hadn't completed yet. Oh my god. So usually I'm laser focused on the tracks, I'm not talking. So this one might be a redo. We'll see. Unless I can... Well, I am at first. If I can hold this. Because I'm aiming for 3 stars or bust. I want to clear all the 3 stars off. If I do not, I gotta start over on that cup. I do find, I could be wrong, that as the races progress through the cup, the drivers get more aggressive. So right now I'm kind of just allowed to run through this course. I'm getting some distance between everyone else. I've still got this in case a blue shell shows up, which is nice. Oh geez, those arrows are to the left. Oh wow, that's ugly. Alright, I'm going to get used to doing commentary and playing at the same time. Okay. Now, I feel like these tour courses aren't 3 laps, they're like 3 sections. So normally, if I'm not super familiar with the course, like by the 3rd lap, I usually get the hang of it. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, it went after... Oh, no! Who is that? Wendy. Wendy moving into first just before it got to us. Alright, I got a feeling we might be starting this one over. I am still in first. Ugly, ugly first race, though. I don't know if all you need to get 3 stars is to finish in first every race. I feel like there's other parameters, because sometimes I feel like I've gotten first overall, but I didn't get the 3 stars. Okay, we'll use this shell for some defense. Alright, I still managed to pull off first. That was not a pretty Pretty start, but we'll see. I'll keep going. Hopefully get 3 stars out of this cup. Alright, what's next? Oh, we got a 3DS. I'm pretty familiar with the 3DS version of this game. I liked it a lot. Toad. Ooh. I have a hard time picking Toad. I was thinking of using him for this first race. I'll probably use him later. Way back in the N64 era, Mario Kart 64 is where I really first got into Mario Kart. I wasn't a huge fan of the Super Nintendo one. It might have been because of the digital pad, just the controls. But I really enjoyed it on the N64, and I played a lot in high school with friends. It's dating me. But it was always a battle for second place. I had a friend who would use Toad specifically, and would win nearly every race. And we always thought it was Toad. We thought always using Toad, it was like an odd job in GoldenEye situation, where it was just the better character. You had to have a turbo for that. And what I didn't realize was he was the first person I knew actually who had the internet as well. So what I didn't realize is, I don't know if he found it via the internet or if he just figured it out himself, but there's a technique called snaking, which they have since removed from the Mario Kart games. So while I'm doing my turbo right now, I would be hitting left and right on the joystick to increase the turbo, to get the turbo to happen sooner. Oh, here comes the first blue shell. Wow, I didn't realize it was that fast. I'm not that far out front. Ooh, okay, that helped me out. And so snaking was you could get your turbos faster. So he learned that technique, and that's how he was getting ahead of everyone. He was snaking all the time, getting those quick turbos and getting ahead of everyone. And it was only 4 players on N64, which I personally think 12 is too many for online, but 4 is not enough. Because if the first person gets ahead of everyone and the last 3 are all battling, they're just holding each other up and they can never catch up. Meanwhile, he's snaking the whole time. So it wasn't until the DS version that I learned how to snake. It was the first online version of the game, I believe, and if you didn't know how to snake, you weren't getting those wins. So it was something, it was a necessity. It kind of added a little bit to the challenge of it, but at the same time, it got a little exhausting having to snake back and forth, use your controller every single time you turboed. Ooh, alright, pulled off another first. I like that they removed it. I mean, I think maybe they can make it an option. Maybe people can use snaking if they want to. But I kind of like that they removed it, because then it just became about racing the race, racing the course, just getting good turns, getting the items you needed, coming out of the corners right, instead of having to just destroy your controller every time you came into a corner. Speaking of controllers, I'm using the Joy-Cons. I know a lot of people probably prefer the Pro Controller. Sometimes I do. I just forget to charge mine all the time. And I've been doing all the other courses with my Joy-Cons, so I figure I'll just keep it the same. Third race. Ooh, that might have been early. Yep. Getting greedy. Gotta work my way back into this one. So this is a classic N64 track. This music will be stuck in my head for a while, probably. That's one area where I think Mario Kart World has its work cut out for it, is the soundtrack. I love the music in this game. I love that they did a lot of it with live instruments. I know it's a lot of familiar songs that we've heard over the years because they brought tracks back, but it's just so well done. So we'll see if they can match the energy. Ooh, that was close. Oh, all right. It's gonna get a little anxious in this pack here. I gotta get out of the mix. If you get trapped in that group, you're just constantly getting hit with things. You can never really gain ground. So I need to try and. Oh, okay. That blue shell's gonna help me out, I think. Get some boosts off those jumps. I didn't actually see that blue shell go off, but it put me in first, so that's nice. Shoot for that banana, and that one. Yoshi's following up behind close. Oh. Alright. See, that's why you need that acceleration. Get started up again quick. Get a quick little boost. Out of the corner. Got a little boost off that jump. Land into a drift. Probably ride this whole thing around. Ooh, okay, that was close. Oh, whoa. All right. A little bit of luck on that one. All right, hang on to this for defense, because I'm sure someone's going to fire a red shell at me eventually. Shy guy do a little jump there. Oh, whoa. Oh, I lost my shell. Oh, that's all right. At least I got another one. I guess I'll lose a shell, then hit the banana. final stretch here. I'm good if a red shell comes. Blue shell, not so much. Hopefully I've got enough distance. Oh no, Wendy's right there. Did not get a boost off of that one. Let's see, hopefully don't fall off. Big drift here. Actually, I'm gonna start over again so I can dodge that banana. Oh, there it is. I didn't get much of a warning. Ooh, Wendy got to... Oh, wow. We got 3 people battling for this one. All right. Final stretch, I think. Get some coins. Oh, this is the... Oh, that was close. Oh, no. Come on, final boost. Wow, all right. These have been some closer races than I'm used to. So we'll find out my theory if you do need to... I read once that you'd need a certain amount of speed through each race. You just have to keep going to get the 3-star rating. Some people say as long as you get first place in every race, you get 3 stars. We'll find out if I can get a first in this one. Another one I'm very familiar with from the Wii. I hope to make my way through all the Mario Karts. Oh, I think I did it early again. Yeah, that's why these races are closer than they should be. Usually I get that quick hop off the start. Alright, I should be able to race my way back into contention. Ooh, got caught up on the wall there. Alright. Oh, I didn't get the boost off of those. Maybe next lap. Alright, I'll get some distance between us. I don't usually go on the right in this exit here. I don't know if there's a benefit. Get on the ground quick so we can get a boost. Watch out for these wacky drivers. Whoa, hey, fellow Shy Guy coming through. Come on. Alright. Ah, red shell. Okay, I think, oh, there goes Bowser Jr. Get a boost. Get a boost. Oh, blue shell. Alright. Those are usually coming for me. It's nice when they actually help me out. Oh, that was a bad turn. Green shell help me out there. Boost. Boost. Here we go. Got it this time. Oh, you can grind up on the side there. That's cool. Maybe a precursor to the grinding in Mario Kart World. Looking forward to trying out some of the new features. Actually, one of the things I'm most looking forward to in Mario Kart World is the... oh, jeez. Is the Eliminator races. I can't remember what they're called exactly, but I believe between each race you have to race to the next course through Mario Kart World, and that eliminates people every time until eventually, I'm guessing it's going to be like 24, 20, 16, 12, maybe to 8, who knows how far it's going to go down, but I'm looking forward to that because, as I said earlier, I believe 12 people is too much for an online race. It just gets too clustered in the middle. People just keep getting hit by items and items and items. The people at the top get farther and farther away, unless you get, multiple blue shells or something. I like that it's gonna limit the amount of racers, and I think it'd be really cool to see when it gets down to those lower numbers, when you get down to like only 6 people left maybe, how that affects the race. I feel like then the driving becomes more a part of the game than the items. A lot of times it's luck. Well, not always luck, but items certainly help. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Let's see if we got the 3 stars. Got some replays here. Okay, all right, so 3 stars on that one, I'm guessing, because I am very familiar with those final 3 tracks. All right, so that's 1 down. Let's see if we can get another one here. All right, so now I have to figure out who have I not used. Just used Shy Guy. Okay. All right. So Shy Guy has, we got 3 stars with him. Okay, I have to try and switch up. Who would be next? You know what? I haven't used Wiggler yet. Let's go with Wiggler. I'm also trying to switch up the vehicles for each character too. to me, this game is Mario Kart. It's not Mario Cycle. I much prefer the karts, but I have been trying to throw in some bikes in the middle. But with Wiggler, like I did with Link, I mean, why not? Why not give Wiggler its own little... Does it have a tire that matches? Actually, I like those. It's kind of an all-around. And we'll go with Wiggler's glider. All right, so next up is Lucky Cat Cup. We have Tokyo Blur, Shroom Ridge, which I'm familiar with, Sky Garden, not so much, and Ninja Hideaway is actually a brand new one. So we'll see if we can pull this off. I've never gotten 3 stars on any of these cups yet going forward. So this will be a first, if I can pull it off. Another Mario Kart Tour track. Yeah, it's amazing how good this game still looks at 1080p. I can only imagine what World's going to look like. I believe it's going to be 4K 120 frames. We'll see. I don't know if they'll do the full 120 at 4K, but still, that's pretty rad that they're even trying for it. 4K would be nice. Nice to finally see some Mario characters in 4K. That's what sold me on the Wii U. I wasn't so sure I was going to get it. I usually try and get every Nintendo console eventually. But I was at a Walmart, and they had a kiosk set up where you could play it. And I played, I think it was New Super Mario Bros. U, and it was the first time I'd seen Mario in HD. Like, even the Wii was in HD. And seeing Mario in HD, it just, I was sold. I don't know what it was. Just, I'm not usually a sucker for the visuals. I guess back then, maybe. Nowadays, it seems like they've kind of peaked to a degree. We're always going to see better looking stuff. We're always going to see cooler effects, better lighting, better fire, better shadows, all that stuff. But, I mean, it feels now, you can wait a couple years to play a game and it still looks just as good as it did when it came out. Back in the day, it felt like if you didn't play the newest game right away, 6 months, something newer and much better was out. Nowadays, it feels like you can really hang on to a game and play it later, which is kind of cool. It's not as much urgency. Every once in a while, there's a game like Mario Kart World I'm going to want to get on right away, but a lot of the games I feel like I can hold off on and play when I feel like it's time, which is good because there's too many damn games these days. Too much good stuff coming out. Especially when you have all the subscription services as I do. I've kind of been limiting myself to the subscription services, more bang for the buck. Yeah, it does mean I miss out on some big titles that have not been put on the services yet, but I'll make special exceptions. Mario Kart World is absolutely one. But for the meantime, just for bang for buck, I'm going to stick with the services. All right, so there's the first place. Not bad. Shy Guy is my rival in this one. All right, so that's one race down. Ooh, gotta get first in all of them or we're starting over. I'm trying to 3-star all these cups. All right, we got Shroom Ridge from the DS. I should be familiar with this one. It's probably been a while since I played it, but I know I played it a lot back in the day. I think this one has vehicles on it. All right, I think I got a little boost off of that one. Just a tiny one. Could have done better. Nice to get it a start. All right, Shy Guy. Let's see what we're doing here. You know, and today is Mother's Day, by the way. Just a shout out to all the moms out there. I don't know why any of them would be watching someone play Mario Kart right now. Oh, geez, gotta pay attention. But there's probably one of them out there. So, you know, shout out to all the moms. Enjoy the video games. That support their kids playing video games. Support their adult kids still playing video games. Because why the heck not? I honestly don't know. Whoa. Oh, okay, that didn't wreck me. Oh, this is getting bad. I'm talking too much here. All right. Let's get back where we in second place here. All right. But speaking of Mother's Day, I don't know if I'd be... I mean, I definitely would have been into video games. There's just something about them right from the start. Always grabbed me. Would have been back in the old 1980s. But having parents, especially a mom, that supported it and enjoyed it and played along as well, made it a lot of fun. I'm sure there's some places where video games were a dirty word. You know, people had to go to their friends' houses to play them, sneak around and stuff, and maybe that made it even more fun when they got a chance to play them. But it's too bad. You know, I feel if you can support a hobby, support it. It goes a long way. They really appreciate it down the road. Okay, holding on to first here. Last lap. Got my little... Oh, here we go. Oh, I waited too long. And I wasted it too. Shoot. I like how Wiggler turns red when it gets hit. Alright, gotta focus here. Gotta hang on to this last lap. Ooh, a blue shell. Alright, map. Okay, I did have a little bit of distance there. I took some good corners. Should be okay. I got a feeling there's a shortcut coming up, but I generally don't use the shortcuts. I just like to race the track. Oh, another red shell. The shortcuts, of course, I was going to say earlier, I feel that as you progress through the cup, they get nastier. You get hit with a lot more stuff. People get more aggressive. It could just be me, but I find I usually tend to breeze through the first 3 races, and then the last race in the cup gets a little hectic. All right, that's another race down. Let's get to the next one. Work on some volume issues. Wonder if I can do that in OBS. Oh, I'll have to worry about that next race. I did not get a good start on that one. Alright, just try and get ahead here. Hold on to that shell. Okay, this is definitely a course I'm not super familiar with. I never really played the Game Boy Advance one. It was when I got my 3DS back on, was that 2011 maybe? They overpriced it. People were super excited for the concept of a 3D handheld system. Apparently at E3 where they revealed it or whatever show it was, everyone lost their minds. They're like, can't believe this thing exists. This is awesome. So Nintendo was like, well, what are we charging? Oh, geez, where am I going? Why are we charging what we're charging? Let's charge it for like another $50. You know, people will buy it. They think it's awesome. They did that, and then it was revealed that the actual components for the system didn't cost nearly as much as everyone was paying, and they just raised the price based on the hype. It wasn't a good look, so I want to say a month or two later, they dropped the price, and anyone who had bought the console at launch was gifted a bunch of games. Oh, shoot, didn't see that banana because of the oil. They're gifted a bunch of Game Boy Advance games and other free Nintendo stuff, and one of the games was Mario Kart Advance. I played a little bit of it. I'm just not a big fan of the 16-bit style of Mario Karts. I do plan on playing through them before we get to Mario Kart World. Maybe I'll learn to love them, but at the moment, not a big fan. The best game of that bunch, though, there was a lot of cool games. I think there was a Metroid game that I'd never played. I believe it was a direct sequel to Super Metroid, which I really loved on the Super Nintendo. But the best game that was on there was Zelda Minish Cap. I'm a huge Zelda fan. Not as much into Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, but the classic Zeldas I love. Was another first? All right. And I'd never played Minish Cap, but I figured I would. It was free, part of this package. It was an incredible game. It was kind of a pixel art one. I think Capcom actually might have been in charge of it. Just the controls were tight. The bosses were cool. It was great for my commute. And I remember the final battle in that game took about 25 minutes. It was my entire subway ride from Kipling Station to Union. And I remember it was getting close. I don't know if you could pause it either. But I remember I got that final hit in just before we got to the last stop. I think I had to do it 2 or 3 times as well. All right, final race. Again, wow, timing's way off. All right, this is where the palms get a little sweaty, because if I don't get first place in this, we're starting them all over. And this is a course that I am not familiar with at all. Does that turbo get me out of trouble there? All right, second place, not bad. Probably should have used that. Hopefully this is a 3-lapper so I can get used to each area as I come around. Yoshi's out front. Some coins, which I believe get your top speed going. Get some items up here. So we can get a good boost out of this corner. Alright. Can't take Yoshi out with anything, but at least this banana will protect me, and that was a close hit. I almost hit that one. So I'll follow Yoshi, see where he's going. Whoa, Shy Guy, where'd you come from? Just drop that bomb off. I find they don't really do... Oh, I got a hit. Nice. Alright. Had a great time for that, or that. I guess it also hit Yoshi. Whoa. Oh, they're like ninja Shy Guys. Dropping items. Get over here, get a little boost from this. There we go. Okay, I've gotten into first place. Now can I maintain it? Don't have a lot of coins. Ooh, that was rough. Okay, it is 3 laps, so hopefully next time around I'll be a little more familiar with that. Get these coins if I can. I got one of them. This is a rough track. A lot of bumps. Hard to get a good run going. Alright, hanging on to first though. I don't know how. Seems like there's multiple paths. I don't know where anyone is right now. A lot of squid action. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Okay, there we go. Turbo to that. Ooh, not great timing for that. Okay. I think we're on the final stretch too. Oh, that could have been bad. I'm glad I'm the one who came out on top. Okay, get a quick boost. Maybe hopefully get a good defensive item here. Took the low ground this time. Last stretch. Oh. Holy moly. That was tight. A little sip of water after that one. Alright, I got my 60 points. Let's see if I got the 3 stars. Ooh, the tension mounts. Alright, now I'm going to have to think about who I'm going to drive as next if I got the 3. Yes! Alright, we got 3 stars on that one, so that's another cup down. And that is Wiggler. Checked off. Alright, been hanging on to some drivers for this one. Some of my favorites. Wiggler's not one of them, but I still got Wario. Luigi's great, because he invented the Mario Kart Death Stare. Alright. So let's see here. Back into Grand Prix. What do we still have? So who have I not used yet? You know, let's go with King Boo. Let's go with a larger guy. They handle differently. Where is the car I was looking at? I just thought it would be funny to do King Boo in a shoe. Alright, let's see what kind of... Let's switch the tires up a bit. I do like to try and change things up for a little bit more of a challenge. I know some people have like their go-to kart, which is good. If I was playing online, I definitely would just pick one that I really like. Would stick with it. See if I can get more acceleration. There we go. Yeah, these seem to be the best tires for that. But I want to switch it up. No, I don't want wood. Acceleration's brutal. You know what? I'll go with the red ones this time. Alright, so that's Golden Dash done. Lucky Cat done. Oops. Controllers are touchy. Turnip Cup. What do we have here? New York Minute. Kind of new to me. Mario Circuit. Kind of familiar with it. Kalimari Desert. Very familiar. And Waluigi Pinball familiar. So hopefully I should get the 3 stars on this one. King Boo. Yeah, the bigger guys I tend to play with more often because you can get the higher top speeds. They don't get bumped around as much. However, if you do go off the track and you do get hit by something, you're not going to catch up as quickly. Oop, readjusting there. Gotta get comfortable. Alright, maybe I can get a better start on this one. There we go. That's the boost I was looking for. Alright, it's moving kind of slow right now. PD, be careful with it. Alright. Gonna hang on to this red shell because my top speed should get me past Peachette. Getting back to my character list, I will not be using any of the babies or any metal characters because I don't even know why they're in the game. You're telling me you couldn't put a Goomba in a car, but you're gonna make baby Rosalina? Like, where's the logic behind that? There's enough Mario characters to share from, especially when you're throwing in characters from Splatoon and Zelda and Donkey Kong. I mean, you can mine the Mario character archives and find someone better than just creating baby characters. I think some of them are coming back for Mario Kart World. I hope that's not the case, but I've actually been kind of keeping myself in the dark about Mario Kart World. Read a little things here and there, and some stuff you can't avoid, but I want to go in fresh. I don't want all the surprises to be ruined for me before I play it, so hoping that when that comes out and I start streaming that, we can discover those together. Alright. Wow, we're already on the third lap. Actually got quite a good distance here, which is nice, considering I'm not super familiar with this track. But there's a lot of arrows, which helps, and maybe that's why all the tour courses are the first course in the cups, because they seem to have made them fairly straightforward. I guess it was a mobile game, and they don't want to frustrate people. There's a lot of casual gamers. They just want to be able to pick up and play and drive through a fancy city. All right. Across the finishes, Mini Boo. First race down. I do like the layouts, even though I said I wasn't a huge fan of the 16-bit Mario Kart. It's mostly because of the controls, but I do like the tracks. I like how they're just tracks. You know, like this is, if you had an actual probably Mario Kart circuit in the Mushroom Kingdom, this is probably what they're looking like. They're probably not racing through the streets, and they're probably not doing all that stuff. Oh my god, my starts have been brutal today. They're probably just setting up a bunch of blocks and making a course. I like that. And the music's classic too. Ooh, alright. I think this is the farthest back I've been to start a race. I know there's a shortcut if I get a turbo at some point. Ooh, 3 turbos. Alright. See if I can remember where it is. Oh, I'll use one there. Oh, here we go. Turbo through there. I feel like that was one of the... Oh, I didn't turbo at the right time, though. Kind of slowed down. I feel like those are kind of the OG shortcuts in Mario Kart. Very obvious where it is, but you gotta know when it's coming and you gotta use your turbo at the right time. Kind of like those shortcuts, the ones that are accessible to everyone. But you know, it's kind of fun to find the ones that are a little more hidden. Alright, maybe I can finally use this item properly this race if a red or blue shell comes at me. Ooh, Petey's putting it up. Oh, alright, I saw you there. Alright. Here, take out PD and that shell. Alright, final lap. Hug those corners. I like when they have the little red guide there. You can get your tires on that for that extra tight corner. Oh, lightning. I think I learned about racing once. Slow into the corner, fast out. Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, PD. Oh, no. Oh, on the last lap, I'm going to need a good item here. And a turbo. Yeah, see if I can time this better. Yeah, a little better. I think I kind of slowed down at the end there, but that blue shell helped me a big time, too. Whew. A little closer than I would have liked, but got the dub. All right, that's 2 down, 2 to go. Oh yeah, one of my favorites. This one, I don't know, I can't remember if they actually added so you can go through the tunnel, but back in the day on N64, they would have certain parts and certain courses where you think you can go, but you can't, and you'd just be driving off the track trying to figure it out. Especially this one, I think, had the tunnel. I want to say, is it called Peach Raceway? The one that had Princess Peach's castle in it. You could actually drive off track and drive to the castle. And everyone assumed that was something. And people would try driving there over and over and over, try finding something, and we never did. And it was never anything. So I feel like when they made the remake, they put up a wall so you can go over there and waste your time. Alright, off to a good start in this one. Hopefully everyone else... Ooh, green shell going by. Guess I'll just hang on to this banana for now. So anyone tries to fire off a red shell. A little boost jump. Oh, there's a little ramp off to the side there. If I get a turbo later, remember that. Okay, there goes my banana. If I get another protective item here. A lot of squids today. Squids are on sale. Oh, I don't think this was here last lap. Alright, that was nice timing on that banana. Oh yes, they did switch. I was right, they did switch it up so you could go through the tunnel on this one. They granted everyone their wish. Isn't that nice? It's a little rough riding, but... Alright, see what kind of items. Another protective one would be nice. Shell, hang on to that. Maybe I'll just do a drift instead of get a boost off that jump. Petey is kind of close behind me. Alright, unless he's got a turbo at the end, I should be okay. Oh, looks like he got hit by something. Another red shell at the end for good measure. Alright, another win. I think that was 2 out of 3. Going through these cups pretty quick. The original cups, for some reason, were giving me more troubles. Oh, I didn't jinx myself. Alright, so Waluigi Pinball, I recall this one. That's fairly straightforward. Just gotta watch out for the giant pinball at one point. Final race. There we go. I like that one. That's a good boost. Instead, Petey's always there. I think I did read recently that each character has their own rivals, and if you use one of the characters, those rivals will always be in your race and they'll always be gunning for you. And I'm assuming Petey Piranha must be one of them for King Boo. There was one time when I was recording footage, when I was recording the first tracks for the playlist on my YouTube channel. Just Shaztron, if you want to look that up. Which track was it? Which one was I going to mention? Oh, sorry, I was playing as Bowser Jr. Whoa. And Bowser was just on my ass the entire time for whatever reason. Like, he just had a vendetta. Like, he just couldn't let his son usurp him in the racetrack. It was wild. And I actually ended up losing. Final stretch, final race. That one was kind of rough. Other ones that gave me trouble, for some reason, Cheeseland, I think, was a Game Boy Advance one, or DS, that gave me trouble. Big Blue I had to do a few times, and Wario Mountain, that was rough. That was 3 attempts. The first 2 times I was on pace to get 3 stars, and the final stretch of Wario Mountain would screw me over. I get hit by something, or I just take a bad turn or something like that. 3rd attempt, I'm on pace again. I got first place in all the first 3 races. I had my worst start on Wario Mountain and somehow managed to win that one in the end. I even drove off the course at one point. Woohoo, that was close. Alright, so you can get through here without too much trouble. Okay, second lap. Alright, I got time there. Still got time to pick this up, even though I'm at 5th at the moment. Alright. This is it. Gotta get first on this one. Come on, need something defensive. I'm not far enough ahead that I'm not worried about blue shells. Red shell, okay, blue shell would not like right now. Alright, taking these corners a lot better. A little less action around me. I can actually drive the course and not get hit by stuff. Oh, there goes my... Oh, there it is. Okay, please have enough time. This is a boost, right? Turbo. Okay, the turbo kind of helped. Oh, Petey. Oh, not you. Oh, he's got a red shell. Oh, and I got thinking about the red shell. Oh, no. See, this is how these things happen. I totally jinxed myself on this one. All right, maybe I can get a good item. Okay, there's a turbo. Ooh, okay. I don't know if we have any more items. Is this it? No! No! Alright, our first second place. It was only a matter of time. Of course, it's the one I started yapping about. I get too confident. Alright, well, we're going to have to redo this one. Because we're going for 3 stars. But yeah, that's a pretty hectic course. I mean, you got the paddles, you got the pinballs, you got the items. You got me not really focusing. So, a little stretch here. I have to redo that one. 2 stars. It's a shame. I did find it. Didn't really like the way Boo handled some of those corners. I think it was more me, though, not paying attention to when I should have drifted and came out of them. Maybe I'll switch up the tires. Maybe I can find a bit more traction on one. That's not good acceleration. Which is fine, though. Go back to the blue tires. They worked pretty good with Wiggler. All right, 2 stars. Going back in. It's going to be wild, too. I imagine the load times on the Switch 2 will be a lot quicker. They've shown some examples of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Loading times are a lot faster on that, traveling and stuff. I think I also read recently that if you have a Nintendo Online account, which I do, that the Switch 2 upgrades for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom would be free. Now, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in quite a while, but that might get me back into it. I would like to check it out with the enhancements. And I never played Tears of the Kingdom. For me, those aren't really Zelda games. They feature Link, they feature Hyrule, they feature Ganon, they feature Zelda, they feature all the characters. But they're different games. I prefer the classic Zelda, where you get your item or your weapon, and you know that's what you got to use in that dungeon. Then you move to the next one. You use whatever new item or weapon you got, so forth, so on. I do applaud them for trying to do something different with the series, and I had a lot of fun with Breath of the Wild, don't get me wrong, but I'm just craving that classic Zelda. I know Wind Waker's coming out on the GameCube virtual console type thing for the Switch 2, and everyone, you know, they want their HD remake. Well, they came out on the Wii U, so go grab one of those if you want. It's a lot cheaper than the Switch 2, I bet. I would like to see the Ocarina of Time remaster, maybe Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, like 2 for 1, kind of like they were doing with Final Fantasy VII remake. I think that'd be pretty neat. You know, you could, I'd like them to keep them as is, but you could definitely maybe include some new features, some new gameplay with all the new technology that's available. The other game I'm looking forward to on the Switch 2, after Mario Kart, which will break my rules of subscription service only, is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Looks like a lot of fun. I can't remember the last open world 3D game I played. I had a lot of fun with. Obviously, Super Mario Galaxy back in the day. Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch was a lot of fun. There's a series out there I find doesn't get enough attention when it comes to platforming games. It's Lucky's Tale. I guess it was originally made for VR. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just a platformer that came out. It was originally made for VR. Then they remade it as New Super Lucky's Tale and put it out on Game Pass. It was 4K, 120 frames a second. It was a smooth game. The platforming is incredible. Characters are likable. The levels were neat. And nobody's talking about it. It's not really held up there in the world of 3D platformers. I think it should get more recognition. So if you're looking for something fun to play, something new that maybe nobody's really talking about, I know it's available on the Switch. New Super Lucky's Tale. I think you'd really enjoy it if you like the Mario games or any of those 3D type platformers. I'd like them to make another one. I don't know how well it sells. I don't know if it's a rare title. I don't think it was. Alright. Another squid. Oh, where's the track? Oh, I managed to get a purple boost off of that one. I think there's a turn coming. Yep. Just gotta look for... Oh, I could cut across the grass on that one, or the sand. Yeah, you just gotta look for signifiers. Sometimes that goo will cover most of your screen, but if you can still kind of see a little bit of the track, you can see those red lines, kind of give you an idea where things are. And, you know, if you're just familiar with the track, you kind of know what's coming up. I got quite a bit of distance on this one. That's nice. Not as tight as it was last time, I think, because I got that good boost. I haven't really messed up. I haven't been hit with any red shells yet, so it's allowed me to gain this distance, which I'm probably going to need when the blue shells start coming. So I can get 2 boxes here. Yeah. Nice purple boost. Get a couple coins. Get up to 10. Oh, got a coin as an item anyways. Ooh, I should have took that one tighter. Alright, see another squid. Okay, got one turn here. Another turn coming out. Oh, there's a turbo. I can use the shortcut. Oh, nice. Somebody got hit and dropped those. That was fortunate. And that's about as easy as it gets. Hopefully the next 2 will be the same. Because this is when it starts getting intense. It's 2 races down again. 2 to go. Back to the desert. Yeah, so I guess that is kind of a tricky line to walk. Do you just remake a course? Do you spruce it up with new things? It is kind of fun to get new challenges and stuff, but at the same time, you know, the nostalgia factor is there. You just want to run the track as it is. And I like all the ads too. Obviously, as you can tell by the hat I'm wearing, I like all the Mario Kart ads for the different products and stuff. Makes it feel a little more lifelike. I've seen they've got a lot of signs up in Mario Kart World. People were accusing Nintendo of using AI to produce some of them. Nintendo said they did not. I really hope they didn't. I know it's going to be a thing happening in video games going forward. It's a tool that they can use, and I completely understand why they would want to streamline some things, but I just hope they use it to enhance stuff and not replace stuff. You know, like if it's a little easier to do something with an AI, maybe it helps a smaller team, you know, create a neat game, but when you got the budget and the team and the artistic talent behind it, just let them cook, as they say. You know, just let them create. I find that especially with a lot of the AAA titles, they're just getting away from the passion. It's about investors wanting to get their money back, wanting to create a hot new gaming trend, not just make a good game. And I feel that the good games will always shine through. I think a great example of that right now is Claire Obscur Expedition 33. It's a role-playing game that I'm playing, fortunately, because it is on Game Pass. It's kind of a throwback RPG in a way, turn-based. You can parry and dodge, though, which is really cool. So even if you're not great at the attacks, if you get the hang of defending and dodging and parrying, you can get through any battle. But it's a small team. It came out at a decent price, too. I think it's only like 40 or 50 bucks. But you can just tell that team cared about making that game. It just oozes out of every part of that game. The music, the visuals, the combat. It's a game made with passion. It was, whoa, who's that right next to me? Holy jeez, I didn't realize someone was that close. That could have been trouble. Was it Funky Kong? Or was it? Yeah, Funky Kong. Yikes. That would have been unfortunate. But yeah, I feel that for a long time, yes, there's obviously bottom lines and budgets, and people need to make money back to make another game, but it seemed like it was more about making the best game, the best experience, not the most money and reaching the most amount of people. And it really harms games. It really hurt Warzone for a while in Call of Duty. They got away from it for a couple years. Kind of forgot what the game was about, where all the fun was at, and just tried to monetize everything, make changes for the sake of making changes. And they recently brought Verdansk back, the original map, and reverted some of the snipers back to one-shot snipers, made the vehicles fun to drive again, and it's breathed so much more life into that game. I'm playing it so much more than I had in probably the past 6 months. I'm playing with people who just stopped playing because it wasn't that fun, and Verdansk brought people back. It wasn't, the map was part of it, but the feel is the most important thing. You know, just how does it feel to shoot? Does it feel like you can compete? Does it feel like what you're doing makes sense? And they've kind of gone back to that, where they for Warzone 2, they really slowed it down. I think they're trying to cater to one group too much, either to the casuals or to the streamers. And when you're trying to cater to one, you're leaving one unserved, and you might as well just make the most fun possible. And we were all having the most fun when Warzone first came out, when they were just kind of figuring out how things worked. And it's funny because there's always the argument between realism and Call of Duty. You know, a lot of people say, oh, it's turned into Fortnite, it's too colorful and there's too many characters. Well, yeah, they're just trying to monetize it, and that's unfortunate, the look and all that, but it's really more about the feel. I don't really care too much what it looks like, as long as it's fun to play. Alright, got another decent lead here, I think. Toad is on the mini-map there. Hope I can get... Oh, there we go. That should help me out from a red shell. Oh, missed that turbo that someone dropped. That's a nice boost. Okay, dodges. Pinball. Ugh. 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 Yeah. Oh, of course. The last one. Alright. It's only second lap, though. You can probably create more distance. I would have liked to got those coins. I'm only on 6. I still have to figure it. All the years playing Mario Kart, I'm still not exactly sure how the coins work. I believe they get your top speed up. The more coins you have, I think the more just natural top speed you have, which is good being out front. I mean, obviously, when you get to 10 coins, you don't want to keep getting coins anymore, because that's all you can use. I'd rather have a shell, but it does help me keep my top speed up, gain more ground in case that blue shell shows up eventually. Alright, I might as well just drive through here with my eyes closed. Oh, got a banana. Oh, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ooh, I don't know if there's any more items left. This is the final stretch, isn't it? Well, I guess I found my nemesis this time around. Alright, view results. I did this to myself. I just had to start talking about those last races, those final stretches, and you just witnessed it. It happens. Alright. I think I'll give this 1 star. Yikes. Okay, I think I'll give this one more try. If we can get through this, good. If not, it might be a good place to call it, and we'll get back at it later. We'll see. Maybe it's who I'm using. I have switched drivers in the past when they aren't working out, but if it wasn't for a few items at the end, a little bad luck in the pinball, probably would have got 3 stars on that one. Gotta stay hydrated. It's not an ASMR stream, but hey, maybe I'll do that sometime if the Mario Karting doesn't work out. Alright, back to New York. Oh, I like the old school Donkey Kong up on the Times Square-ish building. Does that say Donkey Kong? The best musical, I bet it is. Alright. Alright. We're not messing around this time. You little twerps. King Boo is coming for everything. Yeah, I have actually been to New York once before in my life, and I'm going to say this is a very accurate representation. It's pretty much 1 for 1. If you go to New York, you're going to see all of this stuff. Going through the park. Wow, blue shells already. They know I'm determined on this one. Alright, gonna have to make a little bit of a comeback here. A lot of squids. We need a taxi. Yeah, another taxi. Okay. Nice. I was afraid that red shell might hit. I think that was Morton. I want to hang on to this for the final stretch. Okay, so these first. Where am I? Okay. Oh, there's a bullet bill flying through. I don't think he'll get to me though. Oh, thought I'd get a little boost off of that one. Alright, I've got a feeling there's some people breathing down my neck now. Drop that shell, see if we can hit somebody. Alright, one down. It's really all just a little jaunt to Waluigi Pinball. Alright, back to Mario Circuit 3. Haven't been skipping the cutscenes because of my original video series, or I was using just the raw gameplay footage. I'd always try and include the whole intro. Ooh. Oh, I thought he was gonna just hold on to that banana. I was gonna drive into it. Yeah, that was one of the rough ones. I remember I was playing. I think it was Rainbow Road, the Switch version. And I'd already done the first 3 courses. Again, I was on pace to get 3 stars every time. And I kept running into stuff at the end of Rainbow Road. And one of them was one of the final turns. I swear it happened in slow motion. I'm coming around the final turn. I'm feeling good. I'm finally getting my 3 stars. And Donkey Kong just comes drifting around the corner with this shit-eating grin on his face with a banana hanging out behind him and slides right into me. It was brutal. But I think I got it the next time after that. A little purple boost, drop this bomb. Hit somebody, yeah. Made contact. Oh, how are you gonna boo a boo? I think King Boo should be immune to that. I think it'd be kind of neat if certain characters were immune to certain things. I mean, maybe not too immune, because some things could be overpowered. But I think it would be neat if certain things didn't hurt certain players. Kind of like how in Double Dash, everyone had their own special, which was pretty cool. Double Dash, oh man, I haven't had that one for a while. That was back in my silly era where I traded things in because I just wanted to play the next game, and I didn't have a lot of money. So that's a game I'd like to get another copy of, even though it's hard to find, because I would like to stream Double Dash leading up to Mario Kart World and see if it still holds up. I haven't played it in a long time, but I remember being a lot of fun, especially for teamwork. Me and my gal could play as a team. And it wasn't just as simple as, oh, one person drives and one person shoots the weapons. I believe the snaking I was telling you about earlier, one person would do the drift, the slide around the corner, and the other person would have to hit the button to get the turbo going, which was kind of neat. So you really needed to work together. And I just liked each driver having their own individual weapons, their own special weapon. I mean, again, maybe you find a combo that just works too good and it gets a little OP. All right, I'm skipping through. We got to get to this Wario Pinball, and we got to defeat it. Not a good start again. It's all right. This track, though, hasn't been too unfriendly to me. I should be able to get back up front. Ooh, do I hold on to this now? Yeah, I'm going to try and get out front. Oh, he's got the shell. He's going to hit me with it right away. He's going to fire it at Iggy. Oh, and he hits Iggy. That's a nice shot by PB there. All right, let's see if we can hold this lead. Get some coins. Missed them all. Here's one. All right. Take the inside this time. See if I can get a big boost out of this corner. That wasn't too bad. Second place? Who's ahead of me? Oh. Our good friend PD Piranha. Alright, train coming. Watch out for that. Tracks are bumpy. Oh, there's a little shortcut. You can use a turbo there if you want. Interesting. Oh, that was not good. And I let go of my shell. On the last lap. Oh no, not again. Alright, see if I get 2 items here. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Oh, come on, I hit the turn. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Whew. All right. That took about 5 minutes off my life. All right, here we go again. Third attempt. Waluigi Pinball. In the last couple, I was in it. I was in it to win it right to the end. And then all the nonsense begins. Got a good start. Doesn't mean too much though off the beginning. See if I can get an item to help me out. Morton getting ahead of me. Who I believe is, full name is Morton Koopa Jr. I think that's Morton, which is a very weird one because if you weren't around back then, I believe he's only called that. It was probably an American translation of Super Mario Bros. 3 when they introduced the Koopa Kids. Because there was a talk show host named Morton Downey Jr. on TV at the time. He was kind of a original kind of, trash TV kind of, before Jerry Springer. There was Morton Downey Jr. and he'd have a lot of controversial people on. I think he smoked on the screen. I can't remember. I remember he showed up at WrestleMania 5, I believe, and got in Roddy Piper's face, blew some cigarette smoke in him, and Piper didn't like it and sprayed him with a fire extinguisher. Anyways, so I'm guessing the only reason that he's named Morton Koopa Jr. is because of that show. It doesn't make any sense at all. Plus, there's no Morton Koopa. Like, they're supposed to be the Koopalings, Koopa's kids, I thought. Is he like a cousin? Is there a Morton Koopa out there that he's like the son of, who's like Bowser's brother, who like, I don't know, just loafs around at the castle and is too lazy to kidnap princesses? Who knows? But I'm pretty sure that's why Morton Koopa Jr. is the thing. Alright, my hands are starting to slide off the Joy-Con here because we are in the tense moments. Oh, wretch, I was hoping that mushroom might take care of that. Oh, there goes Morton. There's Iggy right next to him. This last stretch is so unpredictable. Oh, okay, dodged one there. This one's coming through. Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. Like a better defensive item. These bananas can help, but more often than not, in my experience, the shells get through somehow. All right, final lap for a third time. Probably not going to talk too much for this one. Oh, I do not like these bananas. Yeah, I got to try and hit these corners good, create some distance, because I'm probably going to hit something stupid on the way through, as has been the trend. Oh, can I take this? Okay, I took that one better than I had the other 2 times. Maybe I can get a banana. Ooh, oh, I didn't realize those take out the boxes too. Oh, just okay. I got a shell. At least I got a shell. Got a shell. Got to hang on to this last corner. This is the last turn. All right. It's another 3-star down. What time are we looking at here? All right. Well, actually, you know what? I think that might be a good one. Call it on for now. That one was more challenging than the ones beforehand. Make sure I got my 3 stars first. Pretty sure I got first on all of them. Should be a 3-star. Yes. All right. I believe that was 4 cups today. It's not too bad. This one obviously took me a few tries. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but my stomach is actually rumbling quite a bit right now. So I think it's a good time to call it. I'm going to head out, get some grub, and hopefully maybe within the next couple days get back to doing some more tracks. Let's see how many we did today, actually. I guess I can do, where is it? Okay, yeah, so we got 3 down. So 3 down today, that's not too bad. All right, anyways, thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm looking forward to playing more Mario Kart, leading to Mario Kart World, and then hopefully being one of the first people to stream that for everybody when that comes out. All right, I gotta get some grub. Have a good one. Peace.